We're live.
Hello, welcome back. This is Mesthia, The Rise of Magic. This will be episode 2, where we will pick up after episode 1, where pretty much it was a shopping episode. Got it out of the way early. And from there, we also... The group has rested for the night, and the following morning to follow. So it is the following morning. Also, just a reminder as well, there is a D8 for the group to use at any point that they want to. So if somebody rolls pretty shittily and that D8 is up for grabs still, feel free to grab it. You can discuss it with the group if you want to, if you think it's a good idea to use it, not a good idea to use it at that time. But free game for anybody.
Is that per session or is that
Per session?
Per session.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to double check because I definitely burned ours last time buying potions from George.
Yes. So it'll be per session. All right. So we will pick up the following morning as Nimsy. You hear a loud mechanical banging on your door very early in the morning.
No, I'm sleeping.
You're wasting daylight. It's time to wake up.
Oh no. Okay. Is there a window in my room?
There is a window that looks outside. You are on the second floor, and as you contemplate and you look outside briefly, there's also a set of stairs on your side, so it would not be a flat landing. You would most likely roll down some stairs as well.
Is this being shouted?
Mom Forged, are you raising the volume of your voice that is being projected?
This is probably so I'm outside?
Outside Nimsy's room.
Okay, all right. Then yes, I'm like alarm clock level.
You convinced the bartender slash innkeep that you know Nimsy, and you explained her to a T, and you were extremely annoyed. I just gave you the room to get you to go away. So the rest of you, if you are light sleepers, you hear this very mechanical banging on a door with a very high-pitched noise, screaming.
I'm going to look out the door.
Nim Nim!
Put a chair in front of the door.
As you look out the door, Mom Forged, would you like to describe what your character looks like?
Sure. So, you see a towering, clumsily made mechanical metal construct. The construct is welded metal. Carved in the welded metal is runes that will glow faintly, and then occasionally one sparks. Then it kind of sounds like an engine kickback, and almost like a misfire. The mechanical construct is on wheels. It is 3 boxes stacked on top of each other, and the top box kind of resembles something of a head. And whenever the construct talks, you see like a sound waves vibrate, and then when the construct is silent, you see like this straight like line. It's kind of like a screen, but it doesn't really show any pictures, and it kind of the whole construct sort of hums but the head sort of has this high-pitched hum, especially.
Okay.
And the hands are just picture Lego arms. The arms don't bend, and they're like C-clamp hands.
Okay. I know what you're talking about now.
Let me get the picture for you to show. Dween.
Dween.
Dween. Alright, it'll be in DM posting.
Well, they can see the character cards,
True.
so that's for us. But yeah, stream can see in character cards. What in the name
right,
of
so-
Kent is that?
Do you show can I see you beyond the door, or are you speaking to yourself?
I'm speaking to myself. I'm just peeking my head out like,
Okay. Nim, your mother. No, not kind of. No, not your mother. I guess it's complicated, but open the door.
I'm pushing a chair in front of the door and going, "You're got the wrong room."
I also poke my head out the door to see what the
Oh
fuck
no!
is going on.
where in relation is Meb? Like what room? I don't know how you have it set.
We'll say that both of your rooms are next to each other.
Okay. Would I hear his door opening behind me, or?
Yeah, probably, unless he's trying to stealthily open his door.
I'm just gonna open the door and just like,
He goes, no.
Mev? What in the name of Kent is that?
I know it's an automaton, but that's about the extent of his knowledge, right?
Yeah, you know, it's like either like a something that runs off of magic. You've heard the phrase Warforged before, but this doesn't look like it would be used in war. So it's some form of like construct that is being ran by magic.
It appears to be some sort of magical construct.
Is it a monster?
I guess we start walking. I start
It
walking.
misfires.
Okay,
Start
it's
walking
attacking
toward
the inn. I
door.
don't like that.
Nimsy, open this door right now.
Climbing out the window.
Are you actually?
Yes.
Okay. How are you going to try and get down? You do have like
Gee.
some rope that you got.
How far are the stairs?
From your window, probably like 20 to 30 feet drop from where you're at. You're on the second story. How high is that usually? About 18 to 25 feet.
It's not, so bad.
Nimona!
Do I have some?
You would take 2d6 bludgeoning if you jumped from the height that you're at.
Or one of my companions' rooms close enough that I could
You do have somebody next to you. There is like a window-ish balcony that you would have to try and like shift your weight to the other side to grab the other side, and you can pull yourself across.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, go ahead and give me an acrobatics as you kind of like leap and grab like a bit of ledge and try and
Yes.
hold on.
Can I cast guidance on myself first?
Yes, actually you can.
Yes.
Guidance.
You'll get 1d4.
Cool. All right. Where's my?
8. You got a d4. 12. Okay. You grab it and you start to slip, and then you grab with your other hand and you pull yourself up. You see Rin as he's like peeking out the side. You can kind of see in between his curtains that are slightly pulled together. You can see him peeking out.
Ev just like shrugs her shoulders and goes back to bed. Because he said an hour after sunset, or after sunrise, I mean. So.
Yep.
he
It's
goes to
pretty.
bed.
It's still pretty early.
Yeah, I'm just still watching Mom Forge just knocking on the door and banging on the door.
Wait, whose room am I in?
Quack.
You see Rin
Mine.
next to this character.
Rin, make her go away.
What?
Make her go away.
I'll just close my door like I'm walking into the hallway, closing my door.
What?
I don't even know what to call you. Excuse me.
Yes, what is it, dearie?
What are you doing?
I'd see my daughter's in this room. Well, not my daughter. It's complicated. But she's in this room, and I'm trying to get her up because sleeping in's not good. You waste daylight.
Well, no. That's really, I mean, you're trying to sleep. You're just waking everyone else up.
I'm sorry I woke you up, but I'm actually trying to wake her up.
She probably is awake and probably not opening the door. Maybe she left out the window. You know,
Wait,
she's
do you
probably
know her?
outside. Probably went to the store.
It starts to roll towards you. Do you know my daughter?
Who's your daughter?
Her name is Nimsy.
What does she look like?
I guess you don't know her. Okay. It turns back around and starts banging on the door again.
Can you stop banging on the door, please?
But I gotta get my daughter up. She can't sleep in this long.
Like I said, she probably not in there. She probably went to, the markets or, wherever. I don't know. She's probably not in there.
So it whips around and like gets almost toe crushingly close to you.
Okay.
Do you or do you not know my daughter?
Again, what does your daughter look like?
If you don't know what she looks like, you don't know what she's doing in there.
Maybe if you give me a description, I would know.
Yeah, right. I won't tell you what she looks like. You'll kidnap her.
Why would I kidnap her?
Because she's a young woman all by herself.
No. Kin doesn't like me kidnapping people, so he does like me bashing people's skulls in, even though I haven't done that yet.
Wait, you're going to bash my daughter's skull in?
I
The
don't even know
frying
your
pan
daughter.
in the chest starts to come down.
I don't know your daughter, and I wouldn't do that because you look very scary.
The frying pan goes back up.
See, I wouldn't.
I
do
am
that.
very sorry for this inconvenience, but I am afraid I cannot stop.
I'm going to back up.
It turns around and resumes on the door.
All
right.
It's
Sorry, go ahead.
it starts to slam progressively harder.
Okay. Like you're trying to break down the door at this point?
Well, so not so much that the intention is to break the door. The intention is to get louder, but sooner or later, the wood won't be able to stand up to the pressure of needing to get louder.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go probably far away since Momforge can't. Probably down the hall towards the stairs, and then I'm going to use my changeling shapeshift and turn into Nimsy.
Okay.
And I'm going to.
Does
of
it say how
course,
long it takes?
let's see. Shape change.
Use those changeling powers. Woo!
As an action, you can change your appearance and your voice and determine the specifics of change, including.
Also, just your height.
Doesn't say how
Interesting.
long. It just says I can.
Well, it's an action, so 6
Yeah.
seconds.
And then
Mm. Your clothing and equipment art changed. Stay in the new form.
You're in
Ah,
different
damn.
clothing.
damn.
Man, if
Well,
only you had
you
disguise
look-
self, it'd be perfect.
You look like Nimsy. You're just wearing your clothes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the bandana off and kind of like have my body to where it's not seen because I'm still wearing the same clothes, but the head poking out. And I'm able to sound like her since I know what her voice sounds like. I'm gonna, grab Momforge's attention, and then once I do, I'm running like
How are
down
you
the stairs
grabbing their
outside.
attention?
Huh?
How are you gonna grab their attention?
Excuse me.
You hear Nemona's voice.
Nim Nim, is that you?
Yeah, let's go down the stairs and grab some breakfast. And I'm just running downstairs already.
But wait, Nim Nim. Mom forged wouldn't follow too quickly. But would at least make it to the stairs. Not go down them. Like, do you stop at the bottom of the stairs?
I'll probably stop to where you could see like does Nimsy have a tail? Since they're a tiefling, or
Yes.
you would see the tail of Nimsy going farther down the stairs.
Nimsy, wait up! I've got something I've got to ask you.
I'm just gonna keep leading you on until outside.
Nimsy, you would also have seen Momforge go by the slightly open door.
Would she be
I
able
will
to
now
hear
leave.
the voice of
Yeah.
herself?
Were you yelling or just speaking normally?
I think speaking normally.
Probably not.
Okay.
She's outside where it's windy as fuck and also super cold right now.
It's cold outside.
So, Mom Forged slowly rolls down the stairs, slowly, hesitatingly, and you can see that the machine is very uneasy on the stairs. And every time it goes down one step, you hear clunk, clunk, clunk. Wait up! I don't do stairs well, Nim Nim!
I'm gonna wait a bit until like you get closer towards the bottom floor. And then once you get to the bottom floor, I'm casting invisibility and walking towards the bar.
You have no idea how long it took me to get up these things!
I'll post invisibility.
Bumforge, as you get to the bottom of the stairs after a good few minutes of loud thunking, Nimsy has disappeared. However, I need you to make a stealth with advantage.
Is that me?
Me?
No, Nimsy.
Okay.
Fake Nimsy.
Fake Nimsy.
Fimsy.
Stealth
Flimsy.
with advantage.
You don't have your armor on, so
Yeah.
it's 18. And then based off perception, passive perception. Well, you're actively looking around, so go ahead and just give me a perception roll. Mom forged. $17 just failed. So you don't see or hear any footsteps or the sight of your Nimona, whom you've traveled very far. Behind the bar is one of the dwarvish like barkeeps who is definitely working a double right now. They went invisible. To your knowledge, you don't remember Nimsy being able to do that.
Okay. And it hasn't been like years. It's probably been like
No,
what?
you've only been behind her about a week.
Invisible? That no. Are you sure? My Nim Nim can't go invisible.
Meanwhile, Nimsy, what are you doing? Have you moved back to your room?
I went back to my room to grab things. Oh wait, it's locked.
You can go back into your window.
I would have the key, right? Or did we get keys to our rooms?
What, you're on the outside of the house. Did you hop down, or
Huh?
you're on the outside of the inn?
Oh,
On
okay.
the window ledge still. Because he never let you into his room.
Oh. Yeah, go back.
He went outside. All right, I need you to make another acrobatics as you go back to the other
Yes.
side. And you still have your D4 that you can use if you want it. Don't need it.
Ooh.
Boom.
21.
Hop over. Hop in. You don't hear Mom Ford banging on the door anymore. But you do hear, as you kind of re-enter your room, the loud thuds as they're going down the stairs.
I'm just in my room, rubbing my temples.
Thursday.
Yeah. It's about an hour until sunrise is starting to peek over the mountains.
What time did we say we were leaving?
An hour
we-
after sunrise.
So we're still an hour pre-sunrise.
An hour pre-sunrise. So you're about 2 hours from when you were planning to wake up, get ready, and leave.
Lindsay does not know what to do. She'll grab all her stuff and peek downstairs.
Okay. You move the chair, open the door, and you need you to give me a stealth. Is it about this time Mom Forge is realizing something ain't right? A 12. What is your passive perception, Mom Forge?
My passive perception. What is that?
It would be under your skills, like below the skill like area. It'll be a bar. It'll say passive perception, and to the left, it'll be in a circle. It'll say like 10, 12.
It says passive wisdom for me.
Why can't I reach? Oh, 14.
This man's wise.
Out of the corner of your box head thing, you sense the creaking of a wood piece as Nimsy peeks around the corner to see how far Mom Forged is, and you're met with the turning of a head. At the top of the stairs appears to be a Nimsy.
Nim Nim!
What? What are you doing here? Wait, what?
It's me. No, well, I guess it's not really me, as it is me. I don't know. It's complicated. I'm your nah. Just call me Mom Forged.
Oh, so she couldn't even try to come and get me herself? I see.
Would you have let her get this close?
I don't know. I'm kind of making it up as I go along, you know?
So is she. Or me. I don't know. You just you left so suddenly.
As she's talking, I'm circling around looking at the craftsmanship, going, oh.
Yes, your mother's. I mean, I'm crafted nicely, okay? Yes, we all get it.
It's probably like one of her best pieces of work. Not that you are an object, but also you have more sentience than the other ones she's made. Can you not scream and wake everyone up?
Can you not sleep in past, like, now, like a lazy bones?
We agreed to leave an hour after sunrise.
Who's we?
My new friends.
Did you run away and join a cult?
No, I don't think I did. How would I know?
Has one tried to give you Kool-Aid yet?
No. No.
Have they given you new clothes?
No. We
Has
went
one
shopping
called
together.
you his child?
No. I would have smacked someone if they did that.
Okay, it's probably not a cult. Wait, who did you go shopping with?
Red, where'd you, Red?
Is that a boy? Are you... Do you have a boyfriend?
Okay,
Pause, stop.
so, question, can I shape change while invisible, or is that like an action still?
That would be fine because invisibility.
You hold concentration for invisibility.
Yeah, I think performing a secondary action would break
Spell ends for
concentration, would it
time.
not?
Well, I don't know if it's an
Well,
ability.
shape changing doesn't require concentration, so you're not breaking concentration,
It's not an attack.
and it's not an
invisibility does.
attack. So invisibility does, but shape changing doesn't. So it wouldn't break his concentration. So I'm gonna say you can shape change while invisible.
Alright, I'm gonna shape change back to my human form. For Momforge, it's gonna be like a scruffy, like dark brown beard. In the picture, it's gonna be the same clothing, and same hair, but dark brown. And he looks more human than when he looks in there with blue eyes. Once he's done shape changing, he's gonna drop concentration and not be invisible. You need something? He's gonna be at the bar.
Oh,
Thank you for trying.
I tried.
wait. Try what?
Nothing.
Nothing. We were practicing for our quest.
Don't I know hip lingo? I know what practicing means, young
No.
lady. You
Nope.
shouldn't be
I
doing
don't-
anything of that
That
nature.
is not it at all. Please stop talking. Thank you.
What is she talking
Rid-
about?
I don't know. It's fine. This is very strange, and even for me, and I kind of grew up in strange.
He's gonna just put his bandana back on.
This is This is my mom or one of her creations. It's unclear.
I've been given the name Mom Forged V1.
Are you mechanical
'cause I
like
wasn't
this
there.
creature?
Who? Me?
You, yes.
Oh no, I have blood and stuff, I think. I hope.
Oh yeah, no.
How would
you're-
you know?
I mean, we could take a knife and, do a little scratch.
Never mind.
Okay.
The frying pan comes down again.
Oh,
I said little scratch, not deadly scratch. What is wrong with
I
you?
can assure you. Well, wait,
No,
no,
my-
I can't. I can't assure. I can't. Can I? No, not me, but me can assure you that my little Nim Nim here was 100% a natural birth.
my
I'm very confused
Oh.
because this.
well, my mom's
Thing.
actually a gnome, okay? And she likes to make things, and she's really good at it, like me.
So what is this? Why is this thing calling you
She
daughter?
she made her, I think. Probably this is new even for her. I think she did. I don't know, but I kind of ran away from home and she found me really fast, so that's great.
So, yeah, your mother and I have been working on me. Well, no, you're just your mother. Sorry, not me. Your mother has been working on me for a really, really long time. She wasn't supposed to activate me until, well, so I was supposed to go online when she went offline so that so you wouldn't be without a mother.
Mom's dead, is she? Are you telling me that my mom's okay?
She's not. No.
Are you
she's
sure?
Not. No, she's.
How do I
she's-
know if you're not lying?
She's very much alive. She just can't. She just can't leave the house.
Okay.
Bartender, this is a lot of information that I don't understand. Can I have a drink? And he's gonna put however much for a bottle of rum or something equivalent to rum.
But 2 silver
I'll give him 2
for
silver.
the whole bottle.
Yeah, for the whole bottle.
Okay, yeah, it's a cheapo bottle of rum, so yeah, 2 silver.
Okay. And he's just gonna pop it open and I'll start drinking.
Nim, I think your boyfriend's an alcoholic.
Oh, he's not my. No.
I'm gonna spit out that
No.
rum since I heard that.
I think he has a boyfriend upstairs.
First of all,
Oh,
Mev is my
Huh?
best friend.
Oh,
Second
that's
of
not
all,
the impression. Okay.
No.
Oh,
wait, weren't you talking about some Kint earlier?
That is my god. Do you want to learn about Kent?
Oh,
He
your
is the
boyfriend's religious.
he's not my boyfriend.
Me and her, we're not together.
We've just met
I
like a day
don't-
ago.
I don't get with people that I first meet. You know, it's kind of weird.
So you admit you want to get with my daughter?
Okay.
Yeah, my daughter. Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about, so I'm walking away. Bye.
I'm gonna
No,
go
wait,
back to my
Mimi!
room.
Nim Nim, don't walk away from me. You have to go home now.
No, I am doing something.
What are you doing?
I'm going on a quest with them in like an hour or something.
You can't go on a quest. It's far too dangerous.
What are you gonna do about it?
Frying pan comes down.
I was just testing you. That's a joke.
Oh, okay.
I'm going anyway, though.
Fine. You're allowed to go under one condition.
What?
I'm coming too.
Is there a no option?
Yeah, we can go home right now.
Oh. I don't really. It doesn't look good to have a babysitter with you on your first quest. You know, I'm an adult. Well.
Do adults run away from home?
Okay, well, that's like.
I mean, hold on. What can Mom Forge?
Yep.
What can you do?
So, at this question, the right arm of Mom Forged goes to the left arm, pulls the left arm out of its socket, and it becomes a sword. I can fight.
That is very interesting. Well, what name did you give us, Whimsy?
What?
For your character, what name did you give us? Because you gave us your
Oh
real name
yeah.
and
I gave hold
You
on.
gave us Nimsy. You gave us your real name. You gave the bar and like the custodian for the quest something else.
You heard her give a different name, and then she tried to badly explain to you guys to call her Nimsy, but her other name was Azrina Danthelis.
Okay. Now hear me out, Nimsy. Listen, it's a bad idea. You know, you don't want this person, you know, coming with us because you feel like it's babies. But what if we could use the help? I mean, you are what you are. I don't know what you are yet. Not you, the Mom Forge. I don't know what Mom Forge is. I never seen.
Sweetie, I'm just a simple warforged with mom duties. It's not that difficult.
Fair enough. I mean, but what if we could use the help? Because we don't know what lies ahead of us on this quest. You know, it's something like precaution. You know, my captain always said that like we should always take precaution.
And how are you taking precaution?
You come with us and help. Make sure we don't get hurt. You said you.
I'm already coming with you. You don't. Yeah, no, you don't have it. I'm already coming with you.
I mean, I have no argument with you coming with us, but it seems like Nimsy does. I think you two need to sort that out.
Well, I mean, she's got two choices. She could come home, or I come with her.
I don't got a choice. As usual. It's fine.
Oh, don't be like that, Nim Nim. You get to see the world like you always wanted. And I get to protect you. Well, Mom Forge? No, you get it. It's complicated. You get it.
Fine. Do you have a way to contact Mom, though?
Nope. That was next week's project, but someone left early.
I left when I wanted to. Okay.
Why? What would you want to say to her?
That's not important.
Okay, because you can say to she did program me just like her. You can say it to me.
Nope. That's fine.
Okay.
Don't introduce yourself as my mom, though.
Well, no, I'm Mom Forged V1.
Can't we give you a cooler name?
I mean, you could give your old Mom Forged a nickname if you wanted.
Looks at Rin.
Hmm?
Can you
Mom
like not
Forged
tell?
reattaches their arm.
Can you like not tell everyone else about this?
That's gonna come at a cost. I mean, I'm very. I don't know. How sensitive information is this? Is it like
The frying pan comes down.
Do not threaten me with that. Right? I'm just saying, my job, sensitive information comes at a cost.
It's sensitive. It's just that I don't want to seem like I need a babysitter to everyone else.
Fine. I won't tell
I
anyone.
will. In return, I'll let you tell me all about Ken.
He's gonna stick his hand out for a handshake, and he's like, "That is a good deal. I like that deal."
Yeah, you gotta shake the hand.
Just a lose-lose for you today.
Yeah.
Oh, just you wait. When we're on the road, you're gonna learn a lot about Kent.
I like learning.
Suppose I could ease off a little bit.
Okay.
If you're embarrassed by having your Mom Forged around, I suppose I could just be your cool bodyguard.
Yeah. But please don't call anyone else like my partner just because I talked to them, because I'm out here to prove myself. None of that.
Well, are you seeing any?
No!
Okay. Why not?
We lived on an island alone all my life. I just got out here.
Okay. Fair enough.
Gonna face palm.
You know, I met your father and then like, well, I don't know. It's complicated. But
Anyway, should we
yes.
wake up the rest of the people and maybe just leave early and get out of here? They won't like that, actually.
Depends.
About an hour. It's been about an hour for all of this to go down.
Have you eaten dinner or breakfast?
No!
Well, you gotta eat breakfast.
I'm just gonna sit down and put my head on the bar.
You said it's been about an hour since the start of this whole.
Yep.
So it was like the sun starting to come up then.
The sun is now starting to come up, yeah.
All right. So by that time, Vashkiel has been in his room just ignoring everything and just not paying any attention to it, packing his things up, and then the moment the sun starts to like peek over the horizon, he'll start heading downstairs.
Coming downstairs, you see Nimsy, Rin, and Momforged V1 all sitting and talking.
Necro will also be heading downstairs about the same time as well.
All right, you see the same thing. Misty?
I will shortly follow after. Same thing. I'll be the last one out. Yeah.
I head straight to the bar, just completely ignoring that conversation because I know there's some stuff going on.
Well, seems
Walk right by them.
seems
don't
like
even look,
everyone is
and
coming
sit at
in.
the
I
bar.
should probably go grab my stuff. And he's just gonna head back to his room and grab all his gear.
As you're going up the stairs, you bump into Mev, who is coming down the stairs.
Mev, I struck a deal.
What?
I could talk about Kent to Nimsy.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Extra Kent information. Wonderful.
Yeah. And he's just gonna continue walking. Doesn't even tell him what deal it was.
What a morning.
I just continue downstairs. I see everybody, and I'm just going to head to get breakfast first.
He's having breakfast, Nim Dim.
Okay, I'll have breakfast.
Full on pouting.
About this time, Misty, you're gonna walk back down the stairs with Rin to see this weird robotic construct being very helicopter momish by Nimona.
I go sit down with the group, hoping to have some breakfast as well. Then she looks around and be like, "Did I miss something?"
There's some sort of artificial creature there now. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
don't be so silly. I'm not a creature. I'm a warforged.
Yes, this Warforged
A
is
what?
Warforged. New party member. They come in
What?
with us.
Oh, you know, sweetie. I'm just a magical, mechanical being warforged.
I don't know how that works out.
And what is your command?
I'm a bodyguard.
I knock on it.
Okay.
Did you
Yeah.
ask or you are?
He just is.
Just is.
You're just
I just-
knocking.
Yeah.
Oh yes, no, it's hold on. Where did you knock?
I would say like the upper body area, I guess.
The frying pan comes down again, but it doesn't slowly lower. It like blumps. Oh, sorry. That's and then the mom forge starts like scramble putting the
guess
frying pan
hit
back.
the wrong spot. I'm sorry.
It's oh, this is so embarrassing. I haven't fixed that mechanism. That was that was 2 weeks from now. Yeah, no, I'm kind of a prototype, but I'm complete. That I'm a work in progress.
Aren't we all?
Hey.
But that's my frying pan, so I can cook food for Nimsy, and in case Nimsy gets hungry.
You know Nimsy?
Yeah, I'm Nimsy's bodyguard.
bodyguard.
You failed to mention anything about having a bodyguard yesterday.
Yeah, funny how that happens, huh?
And they were knocking on your door this morning, and I was going to ask you about that.
Sometimes you don't think that. Sometimes you just don't think things are gonna. You don't think.
Her father's
I'm
a
just gonna-
very wealthy person and bought her this for her birthday. Hooray!
Self-responding as well. Fascinating.
Did I do good, Nim Nim?
Sure. I'm just gonna eat my food.
Side note, do we need to talk to the old guy again? Do we need to introduce Mom Forge to the old guy so they get? Can you drink? How do you work?
Magic.
So if you get hurt or in your words, dented, how do you fix yourself?
I just weld metal plates to my armor.
Doesn't that just get in the way?
Well, I mean, if it's like really totaled, I take the first plate off and then I put a new one on if I have to.
Oh, okay. I mean,
if it's really, really dire, she doesn't know it yet, but Nimsy knows how I work. She's a bright girl. She can figure it out.
okay.
Yes.
Does this guy have a name? You just keep calling him old guy.
I don't remember his name.
The note taker doesn't know his name.
No.
What happened to Hex? I take real notes on pen and paper. The demon.
Hold on.
Like worth a million.
I was told this
Menthol?
fucking session everyone's taking notes, so I'm
Is it menthol or menthol?
sorry.
You were lied
Ortho
to.
menthal.
The only notes I took was how tall everyone was and what we have in our bag.
The important things.
Yeah.
It's very important.
I didn't even get Misty or Mevs though. They're just blank.
What was his name again? So I can write it down.
Archmage Horthamenthals, who sent you here. The guy you talked to.
Said Horthamenthals.
Horthamenthal.
Bless you.
Welcome.
Pack of menthol. Got it.
Egg of menthol. You
Menthol.
talked to one of his scribes.
The scribe was the one that like met us in the tavern and gave us the rundown.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
don't
don't
think
think
we
he
got
ever
a,
introduced his name.
They didn't really give us his name. He's like,
Oh,
here you go,
okay.
here's some potions, here's some money, go buy things, we'll pay you more money if you come back with more information. And then we're like, okay. And then, we went shopping, bought some things, I got new armor, we got some potions, and then we talked to this big weird
Nice.
fella.
Gam.
Like Amy.
And then,
What potions did you buy?
one
A lot.
One did, I think, like, you could breathe fire, and then the other one that you would, like, if you use magic. Do you use magic?
I'm made of magic.
Well, that wouldn't help. Say, like, I used all my magic, I would feel like I got more magic in me.
Honey, are you trying to say replenish your magic essence?
You know what? I'm not good with words, okay? You are making fun of me, and I don't like that.
Okay, and I'm not making fun of you. I'm just, if we're gonna travel along together, why don't we spend a little extra time and I can teach you some stuff.
You're coming along with us?
Oh yes, no, I have to. That's the point of a bodyguard.
Yeah, they're Nimsy's bodyguards. You know, they gotta go wherever Nimsy goes.
Yeah.
You sound thrilled.
I'm so thrilled.
But and
Or
regarding
Nothing, go ahead.
regarding all the other potions, Nimsy, you have all of them, right? In that weird bag.
Weird bag.
I know that we put the bee bandages and the run fast potion in there, but no one else came to me, so I don't know.
Somebody has more potions. I don't. You could ask them.
I gave mine to Bash.
I have most of them.
What you doing with them?
I'm going to keep them until we need them.
You wouldn't be holding out on my Nimsy, would you?
No, my. It's fine. No, it's okay.
No.
Okay.
Vash just goes back to eating his food. He's to be clear, he's sitting at the bar like 4 or 5 feet away from the group. Like he's not sitting with the group.
He's that guy that in every anime you just have sit by themselves.
Yep.
I'm gonna eat my breakfast.
I'm gonna eat breakfast. And I'm gonna drink my bottle of rum.
I'm gonna stand there.
Not really standing per se, but you're not.
I'm gonna
not
balance
standing.
on my wheels.
So you guys
Currently parked.
finish up eating. Gather the rest of your things. Make sure that your bags are tightened, weapons are stowed, ready at the go. As you head out into the brisk cold, it is fairly early in the morning, so you're looking at a rough about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. For the one Canadian in here, that's cold.
No, it's not.
No, that's fine for him.
Right.
I might put on long sleeves at -6.
You head up towards kind of the long set of stairs that you've been given directions to. As you start to make the climb, some of you do struggle. And it does take you a little bit to get up these steps. Thankfully, they aren't massive steps. So you do have a little bit more ease going up these ones, but it still takes a little bit of time. As Mom Ford struggles to roll just a little bit.
Is there gonna be more of these things?
Maybe.
Probably quite a few.
Likely yes.
Uh-oh.
Maybe Nimsy can, make you some wheels that can help you go upstairs.
Yeah.
Little shoes on them. We'll say it with Mom Forge, it roughly takes you about an hour to go up the stairs and get to the front entrance. You do see they've kind of mined out a small area into the side of this mountain, where some people have set up tents. Wait, no. It takes you all day to get up.
I thought we didn't head towards the area.
That is right.
I thought we had it was like a half.
Read your notes, DM, you idiot. Read your
It
notes.
was like a day to get to the spot, and then there's like camp area off to the side.
I wasn't reading my
teacher,
notes.
you didn't give us homework.
Yeah, you didn't give me homework to review the VOD.
So it does take you guys all day, especially with Mom Forged. There are sections as you go up the side of the mountain, as it kind of like wraps and winds, where you can take breaks throughout the day. It is a lot of steps, but you end up making it to basically the mouth of the entrance. Set up camp. They already have some fires going, one large main bonfire as well. So the entire surrounding area is pretty nice. You do see some armed guards. You see some dwarven guards that are up there. Long, specialized weaponry as well. These aren't necessarily made out of iron. They do have a faint purplish hue to them as they kind of like the flame light hits them. They kind of shimmer in this like weird way. But as you enter, one of somebody who looks very similar to the gentleman that you talked to the day before comes up. Are you here to enter the city?
Yes.
Perfect. The 6 of you. Do you have a group name just so we can keep track of who's going in and who's coming out? That way, after a certain amount of days.
We did not come up with that. We probably should have talked about that during breakfast.
That's fine. Before you head in, just make sure you come to me just so I can connect you to the right group. That way we can keep track of how long you're in there and if we need to send somebody to look for you.
Understood.
There should be a camp 7 open. If you go past these next 2, take a right. There'll be 2 kind of in the back corner. You should see an open area where somebody just vacated. Fire should still be going, and they did leave their cooking pot above the fire. So feel free to set up there. That should fit the 6 of you.
Mom Forge shows off their frying pan.
We don't really need a cook pot, but thank you for your hospitality.
Well, it's not my hospitality. They were just lazy and didn't want to bring it with.
Oh, okay.
So feel free to
We'll
do
take it.
whatever you wanted. Yes, perfect. And somebody will take your name in the morning.
Okay.
Name 7.
Start
Walks
heading towards
away
the
and-
camp.
Okay. You guys head over. There's a little bit of like cool breeze here, though the way they kind of dug into the side of the mountain, it does kind of break a little bit of the wind. So it is probably about 30 to 35 degrees in here in comparison. And that's just not around the fires. Once you get around the fires, it obviously increases significantly. You get over to your camp and you set everything up. You have this empty cooking pot that they just left, and it's still heating up. Nothing in it, not even water. You can see they did have something in it, as there's like little bits and bobs of vegetables like potatoes and carrots that are kind of stuck to the bottom that have now kind of almost burnt themselves into this lining of this cooking pot as they've been sat here for a minute.
Oh no, they're gonna ruin the iron.
Mom Forge picks up the piping hot pot and like puts it to the ground.
You hear like a brief
Carelessness of
sizzle
people.
as the like slightly frozen ground with some snow still kind of in there. You just hear the like quick sizzle as this hot iron pot meets the very cold ground. A little bit of steam kind of shoots out for a brief bit.
We'll let that cool down and then we'll scrape it and then we can cook.
While we wait, we should probably come up with a name. Any ideas?
Does sound like a good idea.
Name for what?
Our group? You know, we can't just go in and be like, we're the nobodies.
It's just Mevgor and friends. It's that simple, right?
No.
What, what does that mean?
No.
It's me and my friends.
But why do we have to
Are
put
we
your
friends?
name there?
Temporarily.
We gotta think of something.
You guys don't have a name?
For our group? No.
We all met yesterday.
Yeah, we just met yesterday, and we probably should have talked about, group name during breakfast instead of just talking about potions and other stuff.
A group name wasn't something I'd considered.
I kind of considered it since, we accepted the quest. I'm like, whoa, what should we call ourselves?
What about Aperture Fulcrum?
Excuse me?
You know, the fulcrum is the point in which a lever rests and pivots, and an aperture is like a device. So we could be like the pointy device.
As you're describing this, Rin's just nodding his head, staring at you blankly like he does not know what you're talking about. Yes. I have no idea what he's talking about.
No idea.
Maybe we could just brainstorm some more names. We'll keep that on the burner.
I like that idea.
I like that one.
Okay.
Better the idea on the burner than the pot, right?
Sure.
You guys don't really seem prepared for this.
Like we said, we just met yesterday. I mean, we went shopping, so we kind of prepared.
Nim, you didn't tell me your friends were strangers.
Yes, I did several times.
I didn't hear you.
What do you want from me?
I'm just, as your bodyguard, very concerned about your life choices and the safety. Your life safety.
Noted.
Where is everybody from?
Village.
Every time.
Well, I'm from Vanillis. I don't have a map, so I can't show you. But I also go on the seas because I like the ocean, and my captain, we do a lot of stuff out there on the seas. It's very fun.
Okay. What about you, person who wanted to be egotistical and name the group after him?
Oh, I'm also from Vanillis.
Okay.
I was simply making a joke. I wasn't implying I actually name us after them.
Ah, so we shouldn't name ourselves that then?
Well, I'm not that egotistical to actually name a group after myself.
Just suggest it.
None of us
Yes.
know that for sure, though.
Well, most of you don't.
And then what about you?
And then
Me?
No, not you.
Oh.
and then Momforged points.
Because you're from Village. I know where you're from. You said that already.
And then Momforged points to Misty.
Miss Vale.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys couldn't have been from the same place to make this easier.
No.
I mean, what do you expect when you gather a bunch of random strangers and you give them a quest? Where do you think they're gonna come from? The same city?
Well, I mean, a forged can dream.
Do
Okay,
you
well,
dream?
let's say. Okay,
No, actually, no. You're right. I can't. That was a dumb thing to say. I'm sorry.
well, let's think about it. Why are we together?
Well, we're
We all
Here.
answered a letter.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Here to explore the underground civilization that's been abandoned for years.
Explain the what?
An underground civilization.
So. Something.
The architects.
We were summoned by the Archmage, correct?
Did it say that on the letter?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Would I have a question to ask you, Ghost.
Sure.
Hold on.
Okay. What do you guys want to do as a group?
That's a
We're
difficult
kind of
question.
figuring that out as we're going along.
Okay.
But we are
So,
a collective of sorts.
why don't you just why don't we call you guys the Enigmatic Collective?
I don't know if that rolls off the tongue.
That sounds like a lot.
I mean, I had to. It didn't roll off my tongue. I don't have a tongue.
What if we shortened it? What if we are the collective?
That sounds kind of like people that are up to no good in those storybooks.
Nim, you did join a cult.
No.
Honestly, yes.
Cult of Nim Nim.
No.
Is that one your boyfriend? I mean, sorry, nope, didn't say that.
Why do I keep calling boyfriend?
No, not you.
Oh, thank God.
Don't
I
sound
mean,
too
I didn't
different.
say that at all.
Anyway,
I'm just the bodyguard. Why would I care about what I mean, Nimsy. The collective, I like it.
the Ruin Runners.
That's actually, I like that.
Not bad, but
Pointing at Mom Forge.
that one doesn't run. That one rolls.
That could be. Okay, well, okay.
The Rolling Ruins.
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
I can't wait for episode 26 when we go to the Rolling Ruins.
Yeah. It's where the
The Rolling
BBEG is.
Ruins goes to the Rolling Ruins.
Ghost is like, write that down, write that down.
Oh, I've already wrote a couple things down. I put group name, still haven't written anything yet.
Why is that one blank?
Group name.
Do you guys like are we ruin hunters?
I mean, we're not hunting a ruin.
I said Ruin Runners, not hunters.
Well, okay, are we running? Well, I'm not doing any of running, but are we? Do we have things to do with ruins?
Yes.
Okay, so we like ruins.
Yes.
Big ups Ruins.
What about the Ruin Rovers?
Ooh.
Oh, I do that.
That's a good one.
Do you like?
That is good.
I like that one.
I do rove.
All right,
Yeah.
moving on. That's what we'll do then.
So we got name?
Mm.
Seems like you're still
do
thinking of
now.
a name.
Agreed.
I wrote it down. It's permanent now.
Okay.
It's there.
It's permanent.
So while you guys are having this conversation, a few tents down, you do hear like a commotion, and you see these two big Goliaths, like the actual race Goliaths, are like going fist to fist, just blows for blows. As you hear like some cheering, and you see what could be things are being exchanged.
What's going on over
How many
there?
people are around right now? Is it like
So in the picture, you can't see a lot of this because it is at night, but you do see like a ton of campfires. So you see about 20-ish or so camps. And each camp has about like minimal anywhere from 4 to max like 10 people in it. So around this fight, it's a decent amount of people, probably about 20 or so people that have formed this kind of like half circle.
I'll go kind of like blend in with the crowd and watch closer.
I'd follow.
You see these two basically dressed down to their skivvies. Goliaths, you see very like tribalistic tattoos that go down their bodies as they're just blow for blow, zero defense, just one after the other. One punches one punches the other, until about like 5 minutes in, one hits with a significant punch where you see the other one kind of wobble, and you see him follow up with an uppercut, and he just kind of drops down and knocks him out. And you see this human male, probably about 35-ish in age, kind of come out into the middle. Hey, how about it for the boys? And you see him kind of like reach in to a bag and kind of throw a potion to the other guy who got knocked out as somebody is like kind of now starting to tend to him, make sure he's not dead. They're like trying to shake him awake. And he kind of like looks around the circle. So, who wants to try to make some gold? Tomorrow could be your last day. And if you can beat my champion here, you'll win yourself a nice pot of, what's it up to now, William? 37 gold, sir. You see this little gnomish kid, probably no older than 20 years old, kind of sitting on a stool as he's like collecting different bits of money, and he's handing out different winnings to people. So, any takers? As he kind of looks around the circle, keeps looking, and finally an orcish gentleman raises his hand. Yeah, I got it. And the giant individual who just won the fight kind of chugs a potion, and you see kind of some scrapes and bruises kind of dissipate. All right, what kind of battle you want to do? Armed combat or unarmed combat? And you see him look around and kind of back at his party, and you see this like very ornate kind of rich kid looking guy in this like very just obnoxiously bright and colorful suit of armor. Just kind of give him a shrug. Pulls a big war axe off of his back. Let's do armed combat. And the human kind of walks up and he goes, well, just so you're aware, this is to the death. We do have somebody on standby that could, resurrect you, but your party will have to pay for it. Now, if you can beat my champion, obviously that falls onto us to resurrect him. But does your party have enough to pay that? He kind of starts to look back, and he just looks back. Won't be needing it. All right. Your funeral. All right, I need everybody to take a few extra steps back. It's about to get crazy. And you see the Goliath kind of put his hand out, like he's almost like calling for something. And you see that young gnomish kid pick up a weapon in its sheath, kind of brings it over to him. Hey, here you go. And he sets it down, this large great sword, as he like pulls it out of this very unique kind of leather bound sheath. And you can see that the great sword itself has definitely seen combat. The edges are bent and chipped to shit, but down the center is this like very long red gem, about 2 feet in length, and it kind of pulsates this purple glow in the inside. And he sets it now kind of like into the ground, and it's frozen ground, so it's still pretty solid up here, but you see the blade almost coast into the ground like it's a hot knife through butter as it goes about a foot into the ground. He kind of cracks his knuckles. I'll give you one free shot. And you can now see that this orc fellow gets pretty pissed off that this guy is almost basically calling him weak. And you see him turn the war axe sideways, and as he brings it up to his shoulder, because there's still about a foot's difference in height. This Goliath stands about 7'2" somewhere in there. He brings it upwards, and it sinks into his arm a good few inches, and blood kind of starts pooling down this Goliath's arm as he gives out this big grin, and he just kind of like pulls up the sword with one hand, and you just see for a brief moment he goes, my turn. And you see him make a motion, and you see the whole arm that was holding the war axe just fall off of this orc and like fall onto the ground. and you see this necrotic energy kind of leak into this orc's shoulder as you see the arm like starts to shrivel up like a grape in the sunlight. And he kind of drops down to one knee and starts screaming in pain. And he brings the sword up again, turns it sideways, and looks kind of behind him towards the guy with like the ornate armor. And he just shakes his head, and he actually turns around and starts walking away. And he looks down and goes, "Sorry, little one." And he just cleaves his head clean off of his shoulders as his body drops to the ground. And the crowd obviously loses their mind. There's a lot of gasps as everybody looks around and whispers like, "Oh my God, what are they going to do?" The human comes out and, "Well, it seems his party has left him, so he will be food for the animals at night. You two come clean this up." And you see one of them like picks up this like shriveled arm that has kind of like almost shrunk 3 times in size, and one kind of grabs one leg as he struggles to drag the body out of this circle. "So, any other takers?" And as he starts to try and get another round coming, a guard comes over and goes, "Hey, break this up. It's getting late. People need to sleep and get ready to go in. This ain't a party." "Oh, of course, my apologies, good sir." He takes a bow. "Well, if you are all here tomorrow, we will have entertainment for you then." And he takes this long, kind of obnoxious bow towards the crowd as he takes the winnings that he has won and gathers his troop and heads back towards their tent as the party is kind of dispersed. So you guys head back to your tent to sit around the fire. You got about an hour's worth until you really need to go to sleep. Does anybody need to do anything?
Probably do my like before bed prayer to Ken.
Okay. Trying to talk to him, or are you just doing a prayer?
Doing a prayer.
Okay. Let's see. Mish, I have your unique item finished. It is going to be something that you are attuned to. So you know what, I'll send it to you, but you know that this is what is on your unique. So in order, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whatever you would roll, that is what it would be.
Okay.
As well as Kilo, I have yours done.
Ooh.
And the same for you. Yours is an attunement, so it is a magical item. But you know everything that comes with it.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else doing anything? Anybody else have other gods they want to talk to? You want to read a book, talk to each other? All right. If not, then you guys go ahead and go to bed. As you wake up, we'll take our 15-ish minute break here so people can go to the bathroom, get some snacks if they need it or anything like that. So we'll be back at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Finish the episode.
We're live.
Hello. Welcome back. Back from break. So, as the group has gone to sleep, they have tried to sleep as comfortably as possible. It is pretty chilly still up here. It is not the most comfortable ground they've ever slept on, even in a bedroll. But morning does come. And as you guys wake up, you can now finally see the extent of this door that was discovered. So sitting in front of you massively is this large kind of green tinted stone with golden accents that kind of run up the side of it. And it doesn't look like it's painted. It looks like it's actual stone that is gold. You gather your things for potentially your last journey on this plane of existence. You gather everybody up, pop a ration, unless somebody somehow bought food and decided to make something.
Damn, where's Lyric?
Pocket bacon.
He's a god now.
He's a god now. You guys go ahead and eat one of your rations for those of you that need to eat, and head as a group to try and meet up with somebody who looks like they may know what the fuck they're doing. As you look around, you do finally find one of the robed gentlemen. You walk up to him. Group name?
We are the Rune Rovers.
You serious?
Look, they came up with it. I didn't. Okay,
No judgment here.
That's what they
No
wanted.
judgment here. No judgment here.
What's your group name?
Oh, you liked it.
I don't have a group. I work for the Archmage.
That's a weird group name. I work for the Archmage.
That is true.
Look,
That's not what I. That's not a group name. I'm just saying I'm not in a group. I
Well,
don't
then
care
you
what's
wouldn't know
going
how
on.
hard it is to come up with a group name, would you?
You know what? You are completely right. My apologies for any misunderstandings.
Apologies accepted.
It's a great name.
Thank you.
Don't save. Group of 6. Leader.
me.
Oh,
I didn't know we needed to pick a leader.
Rin tosses his hand up.
All right. Rin.
Sure, why not?
wait. Are we
I
stuck
don't-
with that?
I think that's a good choice.
I don't really care if you change it 3 seconds into the door. I just need a name to attach to the group, basically.
Oh,
You
so
put
it's just a
his name on paper,
formality.
that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's for paperwork. All right. Gold amount worth of items on you currently, rough estimate as a group.
Total or as a group?
As a group.
Maybe 600 gold.
Sure.
He like kind of looks over at everybody. You have a war forged. It's definitely more than
I-
600 gold.
Okay, that is not an item. That is a warforged who is their bodyguard, and I point at Nimsy.
So it's their bodyguards, but it's a war forged that was created to guard them. Sounds like an item to me.
Well, that's not very
What do
nice.
you call an item, mister?
Look,
Bash will look at look over at Nimsy and be like,
Do you know how to appraise things?
Yeah.
What do you think Warforged is worth?
Hey DM, in my expert knowledge, how much is a warforged?
pretty much.
Anywhere from 600 to 10,000 gold. You haven't seen a Warforged since you've been traveling. You only know of Mom Forged. But you know they are very intricate, so they are probably on the higher end, especially with this Warforged being one that has sentience. It's probably closer to the 10,000 gold mark.
Oh,
Wait, would
if
I?
I
know
had
that?
to say, probably
would
closer
know
to
that, yeah.
10,000.
Oh.
Not that
That's
I'm
a-
saying that they're an object.
Yeah, let's just call it like 9,500.
Listen, I truly don't care. It's a formality. I just need to put it down on the paper.
Okay.
So 10,000. That's really fancy armor. We'll go 1,000. Does anybody have any other magical items on them?
I have this armor. It's magical.
What's it do?
I don't know yet. That's actually interesting. I got it at a good price because I don't know what it does.
I think you got sold snake oil.
No, actually, it is magical. The guy did tell me it's magical. He just doesn't know what it does because he didn't wear it.
Did he tell
Made
you
this
you
bag
also...
that has no bottom.
A bag that has no bottom, like a void.
Yeah.
Oh, a bag of holding.
Yep.
All bags for holding.
That's a good point. But it's like it's a play on words or something. It's a magical thing. You can hold as much as you want. An infinite void.
Ah, okay. Fancy bag.
Fancy bag, yeah. Okay, bag
You
of
can mark me
holding.
down for about 100 gold. I travel very light.
100 gold. We'll just rough estimate 15,000 gold for your group. 15,000.
Wow.
Rough estimate. Okay, that puts you into like a third tier, so perfect. Depending on how deep you go, depends on how hard we try to save your stuff and send it back to your family. The Warforged, if you all die and they get abandoned, we'll definitely go back for them.
Okay.
I can come back for myself.
Perfect. Whatever that means. Anyways, have they explained the dangers of the insides, or do you need me to read it?
I don't think you need to read it. It's dangerous. We know that.
You
I
could
don't
die.
even know where
Most
this
likely
is.
you'll die.
What is that? I didn't see this last night. What is that door?
So this leads into what we call the Sunder Forge. It's a forgotten city. It uses weird crystal structures as a form of energy source, and there appears to have been a numerous amount of people that used to live there, but we have not found any signs of anybody living there for quite some time, much longer. From a time that probably we didn't even exist on this continent. We are, allowing people to explore it and bring back information and knowledge in exchange for things that they find there is theirs to keep.
Oh, I do have a question.
Yes.
Say like, a different party dies and we come across it. Are we allowed to, keep their items, or do we should just like pass on by and leave it?
He looks around and raises his clipboard to block one side. What you find in the dungeon is yours to keep.
Got it.
That being said, that would be much appreciated so we can return their things, if anything is found on them, to their families.
Okay.
Oddly enough, whatever kills them usually takes their stuff.
Huh.
It's very rare we send anything back to families.
Interesting.
You all met with a representative yesterday and let them know where to send your stuff?
Sure didn't.
Well, that one didn't. But all of us over here did.
Do you want me to take down your information now? This way, if you die, we can send it to your family? Creator.
You could probably just copy Dim Dim's address.
Nims.
Is that your official name, Nim Nim?
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Uh,
You probably have me down as Rena. Yep.
That's Rena. Okay. I assume you were the five of you minus the Warforged were at the same thing. Usually that's how people party up, and you all definitely don't look like you come from the same area.
Oh no, it's fairly new.
I can tell. All right. Any other questions? You were given your potions and some food.
Yes.
All right. Well, good luck. Right through that gate.
As they head towards the gate, Bombforge kind of like, as best as it can, tries to give Nimsy like a look and goes,
Asrina? Really?
Took Mom's invitation letter.
We'll talk later. Well, not you and me. The other me will talk with you later.
All right. You guys head into this large cavern of an opening. And on the walls, it's almost like an emerald marble. Until you get... Oh, you know what? I think you're right, Keelan. I think I fucked up. Anyways, as you guys enter in, you slowly start getting away from what most likely was hand carved into the actual mountainside rock as you kind of wind yourself through a bunch of corridors. Coming past you, leaving, you often see very wounded people. Some are carrying dead bodies. Some are carrying bloodied pieces of gear that they're just kind of dragging behind, most likely ripped off of either a friend or foe. The realization of the environment that you are slowly descending into is starting to kind of dawn on a lot of you, just how dangerous the area is. You find yourself at a kind of almost like an ant-like structure where there's different tunnels that are leading different ways. It's hard to determine if this is man-made from recent times or if these were tunnels created by beasts, if they're natural. But you have 4 different options. So you can head to the far left, the middle left, the middle right, or the far right.
My gut says middle left.
Middle left?
Middle's good.
I'll go wherever my Dim Dim goes.
What were the
I suppose
directions
we're
for
just
brain?
choosing a random location then.
Left, middle right, and right.
Okay. So we got middle left. You said middle left, And I'm pointing at Nimsy.
I said middle left, yes.
I agreed.
Okay, two middle lefts. Mev?
That's fine.
Okay, he don't
I
care.
suppose any direction we go, we're lost.
Okay,
regardless.
so middle left for
We
him.
need to remember
'cause-
our way out. That's what's important.
Misty?
Yeah, I'm open to middle left. as
Middle left,
well.
and you go wherever Nimsy goes. So we're going middle left. And I'm gonna start walking towards middle left.
Yeah, we just start walking.
Thank you for your very thank you for letting us choose and acting like you did it all. I really appreciate that.
Look, I just want to make sure, we don't get confused. One person don't get angry. We want to go this way, and we all just go that way.
Yes, yes.
We
our
were
fearless leader, yes.
We were all totally in agreement.
Look, I'm trying to be captain, all right? And I'm learning how to lead.
I can teach you the things you really need to learn.
Oh, this is going to be entertaining.
Vash is literally walking in front of Rin, like just going to the top.
Yes, good leader, yes.
Just walking in front of him.
That's very disrespectful.
All right,
I don't
Mr. Lead to the party, Vashkil Kriva, go ahead and give me a survival as you have been moving down. Do you have dark vision?
I sure do. Let's see.
Does anybody not have dark vision?
I don't
think the Warforged does.
I don't think the Warforged does either.
I have dark vision out to 60 feet.
I do not have dark
Oh.
vision.
Let me double check because it says if my race already has it, it increases to 90 feet.
I do have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
Thank
And
God
I know
don't.
Mev Cortriva's and Ananias Anriel has it as well.
Thank God I don't have dark vision, because a human
man.
having dark vision would kind of be weird.
Yes.
Mom Forge does give off like a very faint, like 5 foot dim blue light. You're like a beacon because of the large mana crystal that is kind of like, it's almost like an arc reactor in your chest. So it does like pulsate the magic through your body.
Don't forget the misfires.
That too.
The odd miss.
Very loud in a cave.
It does echo, yes.
I don't see in my notes that I have dark vision by default, so I have 60 feet of dark vision.
So you
Am I
can
still making a
see
survival.
yep. You're just making a plain survival. All right, 18.
We have a
Senor
wooden lantern if we need light.
Senor?
do that first. The hooded lantern stuff.
I pull out my hood and lantern.
Okay.
And
Because that
light it.
defeats the purpose of my next question. So. Because I was gonna ask Mr. Rin how the fuck he's seeing. Now I know. So as you wind down these corridors, you see that they do break off into different passages. You do come across skeletal remains of things that have been here from long ago.
That's a good
definitely,
band.
definitely, yep. Definitely human remains, humanoid remains.
Not as good as skeletal remains.
And it's about a half day's travel. You assume by the time you enter and see kind of a light coming from down the end of this the structure. And as you kind of pierce through that final opening, you come to the edge of a kind of cliff face, but out into the center you see this. Bum, bum, bum. You guys see that, right?
Yep.
Cavern, blue cavern thing.
Mhm.
Cool. You see different platforms that are kind of carved into the rock faces. Just above, you see openings of light that are coming down, and as you really focus, you see these fairly large crystals that hang from the roof and they are emitting this bright, kind of lightish blue glow that lights up this entire cavern. You do see structures like pillars and buildings, and you do see a small handful of people moving about 3 or 4 individuals fairly far away from you, but you do kind of make out that they are probably adventurers like you, nothing like creatures or monsters or anything like that. You do have a couple paths. So you have a path that connects to yours. You do have a path off to your left that you do have to make a jump across to a bridge. But it is a doable jump for those of you that has legs. And you could also potentially scale up the side of the rock face, as there are lips that are above you.
I look at the obstacles we have ahead of us, and I look at Mob Forged.
Are you going to be able to cross any of this?
I mean, one way to find out, I suppose.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
At least you know they'll come in looking for you.
That's not as reassuring as I think you wanted it to be.
So which way are we going?
What paths were laid out?
To the left, there's a bridge that you can jump. It's a fairly simple jump. It's nothing like a fucking Olympic long jump by any means. It's about a 5-foot gap.
Okay.
You can climb and scale the rock face next to you, as there's it looks like there's another opening that's just above you, that goes deeper into the caverns. Or you can kind of hug the wall. There's enough for you to walk side by side with one person, but it does eventually connect to the building that you see in the image, the kind of cathedral domed building.
That path, that bridged pathway is kind of
Mhm.
hugging the wall around the outside of the cavern. All right.
Yep.
Well, that one looks like the easiest for all of us.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to.
Or climbing.
Yeah. Does Mom Forge know how to climb?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't like that answer. There was a question. Let's just take the
sure he
easy
knows.
path.
How to climb?
Here's
just
the
maybe
thing,
not.
though. Everyone probably take easy path.
True.
A grappling hook if we need it.
It could be a trap.
Have what?
A grappling hook.
I want to try it.
You see Nimsy kind of raise her arm, and you've now fully seen the armor. Let me show you guys a picture. Because I designed.
You designed it.
Kind of. With asterisks.
Mm-hmm.
I designed the prompt.
I gave the prompts.
Don't you mean AI Sterix?
AI strings.
Yeah, asterisks. Shut the fuck up. So you see this suit of armor. It has kind of a similar focal point in the chest as Mom Forge does, but this one seems a lot more refined. And you see different mechanical gears and little blow-off valves as you see little bits of steam and kind of energy spark off of different parts. As Nimsy raises her arm, you see this little device raise out of her kind of forearm area, and you see this pronged grappling hook spread out as she shows it off.
you saying you're going to climb the cliff face?
No, I'm just saying it's an I don't I can do it for sure. I don't have to. No, I'm just saying it's an option. Yep.
The other thing we could do is if we wanted to clear the gap, we could use the grappling hook for those of us who can't jump. And we could go anywhere really. We just gotta make it makeable. Like we could also build a ramp and I could ramp off.
Oh.
You know, I'm surprised that no one thought of bringing planks or anything to cross it. People are not very smart.
Do you want to be carrying planks of wood
I
with
would.
you along the way?
I mean, I'm not carrying it. I'm talking about the people at the outside that, you know, took our names. They didn't think of it.
Okay, so you weren't blaming us.
Yes, I wasn't
For-
blaming you.
okay.
I'm blaming those people.
I
that-
mean,
with the clipboard.
there's always things around that you can make new things with. I'm sure there's something around here somewhere.
Is there anything that we can make a bridge?
I mean, I could make a 3-foot bridge, but nothing that big.
A 5-foot gap. So you would need at least probably a 6-foot bridge for safety on both sides.
I've only got enough for half.
Ooh, we could make a ramp out of that.
I mean, that is
True.
true.
Listen, I get really fast.
I mean, we could try it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Why don't we tie?
And like, I'll pull a. I have a 50-foot hemp rope in my explorer's bag.
Why don't we tie a rope around you just in case? And if you don't make
You
the gap, we will pull you back up.
Yeah.
Instead,
You see
tie
how
it
heavy
to-
he is?
Tie
She
it to
is?
something instead. I'm way safer.
You could just tie it to me.
While they're talking, can I look for something like wood, like planks or anything to put across?
You can,
Can
Yep, you
I
can look for
also
wood.
look?
Yep, go ahead. Give me an investigation.
Okay.
I will also look for like walls made of wood, or
Motherfucker.
this panel or anything.
I hate to break it to you guys, but you're inside of a fucking mountain.
Listen, you don't know.
Hey, you don't know.
There is no active wood pieces here for you, though there is stone that you could potentially use.
All right. Can we take like about like the chest size thing of a boulder and just move it near the edge?
Okay.
And I'm going to take my silk handkerchief, speak the command word, and it becomes a 3-foot long
Metal
hard
ramp.
metal ramp. Already
Hard
coming.
as metal ramp. It's still made out of silk.
Still made out of silk, but it's hard as metal. And it's there. Well, there it is.
Okay.
I start backing up.
But
So
did we tie the rope to him already?
so as you set the ramp down, you do peek over the gap. You can't see the bottom.
Yes, you need to tie something to you just in case.
Hold on 1 second, and I pick up some sort of loose rock, like a baseball in size, and I throw it down the gap. I just drop it down the gap to
Okay.
see it
As
listen for the
you-
bottom.
As you listen, it's about 15-20 seconds before you hear a of like an echo coming back up.
That's a long way down.
Are you sure you guys want to do that instead of like, you know, building something across?
It's more fun this way.
For
I'm not going to
you?
hold Mom Forge back.
But what if I miss? I have a heavy armor.
Okay, no, that's the thing. I'm
Wheat.
I will be the post. I'll even make sure to like maneuver myself sideways so that I don't move. When
It is still not too late to just go that way.
Now we're going this way.
I mean, look, everyone's wanting to go across.
All right.
The thing is, I want my handkerchief back. And
Okay.
if you jump over it, and I'm not over here to collect it, it's going to be here. So I'm going to be the last one over.
well, I'm the only one that needs the ramp.
Agreed.
You all have legs.
Being me,
Yes, but
can
that makes the gap less risky for the rest of us.
can I look for a rock that fits like more than the 5-foot gap?
You want to
Or
try and pick
not
up
a
a
rock or
6-foot
some-
boulder?
I don't know,
Like a
something.
rock.
Something.
There's a lot of rock that would fit that gap. You'd have to carve it out of the side of the mountain.
I would have to carve.
And it would be way heavier than the 6 of you together could probably pick up and move. Plus the area that the bridge is, the broken off part, there isn't like a thing underneath that part. There's probably a good 3 feet before the next pillar. So if you set something heavy on it, you could probably deduce that it would crumble that part. Because you wouldn't be able to nicely set it down either. You'd have to let that bitch slam.
Okay.
But you do believe the structure of the bridge could handle even a warforged jumping onto it. You think? I don't think there's any bridge architects here. So.
One of us is
All
going.
right, well, I'm going.
This will be the funniest way to kill a character if you can't make a 5 cast. Just remember, each of you has DM inspiration, and there's a D8 up for grabs as well. DM inspiration can even be used if you fail. If you see that you fail, you can use it to save your character. I'm just putting that out there as the last
If you
time I will
don't, we
warn
have to
you.
have a mission collected worth over $10,000. So we're going for you regardless, bro.
Who's going first?
So, I the Warforged.
All
Obviously.
right.
The
So
only
you
one
have
that
a-
needs the ramp.
You have rope attached to you that they tied around you. Have you guys tied it to something on this side, or are you just holding on to it?
Oh, I'm not
Is there,
holding on to that.
is there something we could hold on or that we can tie it to on this side that would look like it
within
could hold its weight?
60 feet,
Like maybe a
well,
boulder or
stone
something?
column or something. There's probably a stone column nearby the bridge, right?
Yeah, but that's on the other side. There's nothing that is like a column that's above you. All the columns are beneath you that are holding up everything. You are like the second tier from the top. You only see one more tier that's above you, and everything above you is like carved out of the face. Like it goes inwards like a slope, like a half pipe in a way, and then they built on top of the half pipe. I will say you could roughly, at least one person would have to hold, but you could find like enough rocks to like sit on top of the rope. You would just need somebody to stand on top of a bunch of like free rocks, basically.
But not hold the rope directly.
Not hold the rope directly. You're more keeping the rock, like some of the rocks in place so that they don't slide from the like initial jolt
Just
if he falls.
added weight on top of the pile.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we do that. Fuck it. Why not? Might as well.
Takes you about like 10 minutes to gather up enough rocks that you believe with some body weight on it, if he falls, it'll catch him. I guess if she falls, if they fall.
It's an it.
It falls.
He, she, they, it. We'll do them all. It's Mom Forged. All right, Mom Forged. So, yeah, square up the ramp.
Good luck.
And you lean forward as your mechanical magical gears start to chugging like a fucking train, and your tires kind of spin up a minute, and then you take off. Go
Wait, did we
ahead.
give guidance?
As you take off, you feel a weird magical energy go over you. I need you to give me an acrobatics. You have a D4. But you are using a 3-foot ramp to kind of get you up at an angle, so that does change the DC. So you need to beat a 12 DC acrobatics.
Okay. Now, if I wanted to use, did we use the D8 already?
No.
D8 also has
No,
not
we
been
have
used.
not.
So you have your normal roll, you have a D4 with guidance, and then you also potentially have a D8 if needed.
Okay.
And your
So I
DM
don't, but I
inspiration.
just,
And your DM
I just
inspiration.
have to do the.
You need to meet a 12.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Hey.
I said acrobatics, sir, not athletic.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Is it the same? Is it a 3? No, it's not. It's a -1.
No, it is not. Oh, it's way worse.
15
A
still
15
make
still
it.
goes. You see Mom Forge lean. You see like rocks shoot out the side as these like metal wheels like crunch these little pebbles and pew, they shoot out. And whew, it almost feels like you're watching Mom Forge for an hour, slow motion in midair.
Oh, no.
Everybody's like, oh, even
It's that
Nimsy's
whole
like,
mid scene where every single there's like a face scene for every single character midair while he's in midair, where it just goes fucking over everybody's face. We're all
and you
like,
just see Mom Forge T-posing as they jump, thinking it's helping them. And they slam to the other side. They turn sideways as they, as you hear this like metal grinding, almost slightly nails on a chalkboard sound as they skid across like different pebbles. And they reach a point where the line actually goes taut for a second. And then you see some rocks like briefly kind of get a little bit pulled. But then you get off and you're able to like grab the rest of the rope from underneath, and Mom Forged is safely across.
Yeah, I told you I could do it.
Good job.
That's one.
Here, I actually have an idea. If you want,
And like Mom Forge like de-arms her, like it's like sword arm, like it has like the sword arm. And like
I can put this here,
and like slams it into the ground.
and then I could tie the rope with one arm around the sword. Wait, no, I'll just stand here. You use the rope and just climb.
And like it puts the arm back on.
All right. So, you guys, who is going next?
Nobody else is using the ramp, correct? You're just going to jump.
Oh, I'm going to use the ramp. It makes the gap shorter. So I just start going towards the ledge. I'll go next.
You just start fucking sprinting. You don't tie yourself around the rope or nothing?
No, I'm going towards the ledge to size it up first.
Oh, okay.
Like,
No, I'm going next. Phew, it just-
So that's what Google would do.
You walk up the ramp a little bit. You look over. Yeah, it's still the same distance down, but you definitely
the
think
ramp
it's
is sturdy though, right?
Ramp is definitely sturdy. I mean, Mom Forge was able to yeet themselves off of it. But you kind of like bounce on it for a second to see like if there's any give. There's like no give to this.
Yeah, you said it's only like a 3-ish foot gap at this point, right?
So you use a 3-foot ramp. Grant, if you take into account like angles and bullshit, it's probably about like a 3-foot jump. Yeah, from here with the ramp.
Okay. So I'll just look at Mom Forge and be like, "You hold that end of the rope."
Okay.
And I'll just hold this end of the rope. Or tie myself to this end of the rope, I guess.
And I'll go like loosen up the other end of the rope and like tie myself to it so that I can make the jump and hopefully get it.
Do you shorten the rope at all, or do you just keep it the full 50?
I am not tying myself to 50 feet of rope for a 30-foot
You
gap.
don't want to Mary Jane Spider-Man yourself?
I don't want to spend 4 turns getting yoinked up the side of a cliff face. So I tie myself like probably 10 to 15 feet down the rope without like severing the rope or anything like that.
You just have a lot of extra rope
Yeah.
that's tied behind you. Okay. So you gather up the extra in one hand. You ready yourself. You start running. You leap off the ramp. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics. Natural motherfucking 20. It almost looks too natural for you. It almost looks like you just like hopped up a step. And you kind of like look back and you're like, that was way fucking easier.
Why did I overthink that? That was very easy.
Could have done that twice.
I probably could have just stepped over that without jumping.
You untie yourself. Do you toss the other end back?
Yeah.
Okay, it's easy enough. Like it's a fucking 5-foot gap. It's not like it's crazy distance.
I mean, to be fair, I could probably hand it to whoever's standing.
You
on the other
honestly
side of the gap.
probably could, just like
because of the ramp.
Who is going next?
Me.
All right. Potential character kill moment. All right, so you do the same. You tie it up. You kind of grab the remaining amount. Or I guess, do you shorten up the rope or do you fucking full 50 it and just say fuck it?
I
You
don't.
would understand the science of it that if you did fall, the amount of distance you would fall would probably break your back. Plus, the armor you're wearing would not do you any favors.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's shorten that.
Okay.
Wait, why is the
gap small
person
enough
with
that
a
I can
grapple
move?
hook?
True.
Yep.
Yeah, grappling hook uses athletics, which I have a negative to.
The gap, is it small enough that, like, I mean, my guy's fucking how tall again? 6'4". So could I like extend a hand out and help people across the gap?
You could probably do that. They'd still have to do like a little hop over, but I'd say you'd be able to extend a hand enough where you could catch them even like as they're leaving. You could grab their hand and pull them over.
Yeah. At
Unless
least like
there's a natty
lower
one
the
moment.
yeah.
It'll be a much lower DC. We'll say it's a 10 now with the help of like you pulling them.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Wim, with an acrobatics. You need to beat a 10 with a D8 still available.
Cast guidance on myself.
And there it is, and guidance as well.
Yep.
So 16. As you go to leap, he grabs your arm and pulls you over easily enough. Go ahead and untie the rope, toss it back over. Who's next? We got Rin, Misty, and we already know Click's character is going last.
Oh, I was planning to go on last.
He needs to pick up his handkerchief.
My hanky.
I'll go second to last. She gestures over. You can go.
Okay, I guess it's Rin. But
After you.
Come on, Rin, let's go.
as he's hyping himself, because he's used to water, not heights. He's gonna cast guidance on himself. And then he's just gonna be like, oh god. Kins, please protect me. And then he is going to
Looking down.
he's gonna take the rope and tie it, not the full 50, but half it.
Actually, you know what? Give me a D100.
Oh god,
I definitely would just
Oh no.
cut the rope to laugh about it.
44? Noted. That's all I'll say.
He's
All right,
gonna
so you
tie the rope.
You tie. Okay. Same way as everybody else has been doing it, or are you
Yeah.
doing the full 50? Okay.
No, since he's wearing scale mail, that'll probably break his back.
Boring.
You know what?
Okay. You go ahead and you start to go, and you reach out as you see Vash is there, and he's like waiting for you. You feel like you're jumping for an eternity. You're making a weird face. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics. 12. Just enough as you like, you kind of, oh, you little slip a little tiny bit as you like leave the ramp. Vash grabs you really fast and pulls you across, and you kind of like fall down as you land, but you are across safely.
Do not ask me to do that again.
No, that was pretty close.
You'll
He just
have to
like
do it at least one more time to get back.
the way I envisioned it, he's like he landed on the ledge and was like leaning backwards.
You grab him by the scruff of his armor, like right here about his armor, and just pull him up.
Not quite like a 45-degree angle, but like enough that it took some effort to not knock him over.
He may have peed a little bit, just a little pee.
Whole cave is musty. No one will notice.
All right, Misty. They toss the rope back over. You go. Do you tie yourself up?
Yep, gonna tie myself up.
Doing anything fancy, or are you just yeeting?
Yeah, yeet.
All right.
Very
Go ahead and-
angelically.
Oh, angelically. Ooh. Okay. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics angelically. A 20.
Ooh.
As you hold out your hand, she just kind of like looks at you and lands next to you. Kind of like those Heelys people that are just like
Yeah, exactly. Rolls right on by. See, that's exactly what I envisioned. Because your camera, I saw you lean in, and that's all I just saw was you can't sit with us.
She slowly, sassily unties the rope and tosses it back over towards Mev. Mev, you walk up and you whoosh, get your handkerchief back as you put it into your pocket. Now your jump is a little bit farther than everybody's. So even with the help of Vashkil Kriva, we are going to bump that DC back up to a 12 because you no longer have that advantage. But he is still kind of reaching out, trying to help pull you across.
Wish me luck or I die. And I do, and I attempt it.
Did you not tie yourself?
I just go for it without
He forgot.
You said, "Put that rope."
He forgot.
I just jump.
A 13, again, you land and your like feet are just barely on, and like for just a second, Vash is looking at you like, oh shit, and then grabs you and helps you across.
You got this. You got this. You don't got this. You got this. Never lost faith.
Everybody makes it across safely. You look behind you, and there is now another guy you have to jump. No,
I'm just gonna bring it to that. We didn't look more than 10 feet across. There's another jump.
No, this bridge, it does connect over to another walkway. Now, you do notice, like, behind, there's this, like, kind of, there's this big cavern wall that's just to the left of that big dome. As you guys cross the bridge, you see that they've actually hollowed out that, and to the right is a path that kind of leads and winds down towards that building that you could have just walked to. But now you can also go to the left, which goes deeper into the, like, this kind of almost like mausoleum looking cavern city.
Well,
You guys are now at a fork in the road. Do you take a right or a left?
where do people want to go? We can go left. If we go right, it looks like it loops back around. So we probably could have just gone that way in the beginning. But we can go left and further into the cavern.
Yes, I think left, yes.
Let's make notes of the way back around. Okay?
I'm going to jump. I'm jumping on the way back. Just because you said that, Red.
You know what, Mev? If you die, I can't save you.
Oh,
That's fine.
Vash is rolling up
Life
the rope
well
at this
lived.
point. He's like, you didn't even use the rope.
I would rather you, Mev. Look, as a friend, I would rather you not die because you helped me a lot. Okay?
What's the risk?
Money.
I'll fall to your death.
The risk.
I mean, risk is fun. That's what risk is.
But then you lose out on money that I pay you.
Oh, I have plenty of money at home.
Noted.
Can I have it if you die?
Oh no.
That's
I have
boring.
it if you're alive. I kid. Anyway, left or right?
Left.
I say left. Two lefts. Two
looks
lefts
like-
it is.
Two
Looks
lefts.
like left.
3 lefts.
Yeah, we can go
Right.
left.
Oh boy.
The lefts have it.
All right. You guys head left down a carved path as it travel for about 20-ish minutes until you come to a large kind of opening. And you walk into what looks like the entrance. It's fairly open, almost like a big church's door that is just obnoxiously big for no fucking reason, that there's nobody that tall. But the doors are shut, and you either can push them open potentially and see what's on the other side to keep going, or you head back the direction that you came from. So you are met with 2 large, big stone doors.
Why do people build big doors? Are they trying to compensate for
'Cause
something?
they've got big feet.
They're definitely trying to compensate for something. Nobody is that big, you know.
Yeah,
gotta
Bash
fit
will go up to
everybody's
the door
ego.
and like jiggle the door without like opening it, like to see like is it locked, is it unlocked.
There's
Just
no
kinda see if
handle,
it's
so
wiggling.
there's no jiggling, but you can. Are you pressing
Yeah,
on
like
the door?
lightly pressing on it to see if it opens at all.
It's hard to tell. The doors themselves feel pretty heavy, so you feel like you and probably one other person would have to put some force to even open this.
All right, we're here. It's worth the risk. Someone help me push.
Okay.
This is going to be the biggest mimic you've ever fought.
Ever seen?
All right, go ahead. Who is going to help?
Me.
All
Mom
right.
first.
Can I go
Mom
up to,
forged and
Can I go up to Vesh and cast guidance?
you sure can. It's
Awesome.
like that you have 2 guidances in the party.
Yeah.
Some DCs are gonna have to raise.
Damn it!
You guys go up to the door. Go ahead and give me an athletics. As you guys both kind of lean in and try to push the door open.
And then I have my guidance.
You do have a D4.
And a D8.
9, 10, 11.
I'm not using the D8 for a fucking door.
So you guys are able to. You see that the door starts to break open a little bit, and you're really pushing, and you finally push it open. And you guys see kind of this long, winding set of stairs now that is kind of going downwards. And down the center are these like floating purple crystals that are just kind of sitting there, kind of floating on their own. There's no device holding them. Do you walk through the doors?
Before I walk through the doors,
Nobody asked that for a reason.
I'd like to make a perception.
I'd like to
check.
cast detect magic.
I'd like to
Okay.
make a perception check just to
Okay.
kind of keep a lookout for anything. You know, make sure there's a floor that leads to these stairs.
Fair enough. Fair enough. There
Because
is a floor, but go
is
ahead
there like
and give
is
me
it
your
like
perception.
dimly lit from these crystals, or are they just kind
Yes, because the crystals that were overhead in the beginning area, those are through this entire cavern.
Nope, I
So
don't see shit.
as you peer through the door, you don't see like any, like the floor is there. You don't see any like crazy wires going across that'll like activate
Nothing
a
looks-
boulder that will
Nothing
make you
looks
have to
weird
run.
me. So, we go this way now. Is this door on the left? By the any chance? Is this
This
door on
was-
the left side of the room?
So both doors open up. The door that you open up is the right one that presses against the wall. The one
No,
that's
like
on
as
the
we approached the door, like as we were going down, was this door on the left, on the middle, or the right of the room?
So you're following a path, so it's just on the path itself.
Okay.
So as you peer out to the left, there's a large cavern. So it's on the right side of this cavern that you're walking. On the other side, you do see other like walk paths and other buildings that they do lead to. So you're on the right side of this cavern as you're walking in the direction that you're heading.
And the stairs go down, you said? Like
Yep, they
spiral
wind down
downward?
to a point where like they're still going and you kind of lose them in this like hazy, like foggish looking stuff that when you drop the rock, it's the same look.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like this area looks like poison.
I mean,
Joke's on you. I can hold my breath for a long time.
it doesn't seem like anyone else went this way, so maybe there's something.
I mean, the doors were closed, so maybe we find something. That's kind of what I'm thinking. In out 20 minutes adventure, you know.
What to do?
Let's go this path.
Any opposed?
I go wherever my nim goes.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna keep note that wherever Nim goes, Momforge goes, so Momforge don't have to repeat.
Would you say, Nim? Your mic cut out.
Don't call me that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Go this way then.
Yes, this way. Let's go.
Okay, he goes. I just start walking.
Who's the first through the door?
I am.
I don't have dark vision, so I'm not.
It's a door. You walk through.
Hell yeah.
Nothing was out of the
All
ordinary.
A sudden, teeth sprout out of the door.
That you can tell. Actually, it's the stairs that were the mimic
Fuck,
this whole
the stairs were the mimic the whole time.
It's a lot of teeth.
Yeah. The stairs, however, are a little bit thinner, so you do have to single file your way around everything. As you make your way down for about 10 to 15 minutes, you come across the first door on the right-hand side. And it plateaus out. The stairs plateau out for a second and have the door. And then they continue down after about like 10 feet of being like kind of flat out. But there's a door to your right.
Hey, look,
Right
another
there.
door. Is it the same size? Or is it just like a smaller door?
Smaller. This is more, it looks more like a personal door.
Hey, look, a people door.
Now these doors I like, but they can be dangerous.
That's a good point. I opened the last one.
Do you want me to open it?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm gonna
step out of the
is
way.
Is it like a casual door that has a doorknob, or is it like a push door?
No doorknob. There is a sigil in the center that has this like weird design. It almost looks like chicken claw prints like pressed into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But no, there's no like actual seams. The carving itself into the rock makes it look like a door. But there's like a sigil in the center that has the markings on it. They have a faint glow to them. And then there's like other faint, kind of like almost like magical ley lines that kind of run up the door itself.
Okay, I'm going to cast Detect Magic on the door, or what looks like a door.
Everybody around you has magical items of some form on them, so they are kind of pinging a magic.
Mm-hmm.
He's having a rave over there. But the door itself also has a magical energy coming from it, and the school. Let me look that up real quick.
I was gonna say, do you want me to post that in chat?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It is the School of Conjuration.
I don't think the spell tells me. I think it's Detect Good or Evil that tells me what school is from. Or,
No, it says right there. And you
okay.
learn at School of Magic. Read your spells, nerd.
This is my first time using it, okay? And you said conjuration?
Conjuration.
Okay, so everyone to me looks very glowy because I can see magic coming from everyone, either items or,
Do you ever
mainly-
touch any of the door?
No, I don't touch any of the door.
Okay, just making sure.
But
Maybe nothing happens. Just saying.
I point at the door, but this door is very magical and it has a conjuration magic to it, so we might have to fight something if, and I say if, all right, something does appear.
What if none of us officially touch it?
I don't know.
All right, well, then I could try something. And I cast Mage Hand.
Okay, you cast Mage Hand. Nobody else can see it.
No. And all right, I'm going to attempt to, open it. And I'm going to attempt.
Okay, so the hand floats over and it presses up against, and the hand disappears. And you feel it, the connection between you and the mage hand dissipate as you feel like the hand's gone too far away from you. Because how far can it go?
I think 30 feet.
I know the spell is 30 feet, I believe. Yes, 30 feet.
Yeah, it goes farther than 30 feet away from you in an instant.
It appears that maybe you are teleported or pulled after you touch the door.
If you touch the door? How do you know?
Well, my mage hand was taken from me, as if the distance was too far.
So, look, we're gambling on this. The fact that you told me that your mage hand went from here to somewhere, right? We're
More
gonna
than
have to
30
touch the door. Maybe. If you all want to touch the door. I don't know if I want to touch the door because what if we're, teleported to a sea of sharks?
The way I see it, you don't gain anything standing around and not doing anything. So I'm going to go touch the door. And he touches the door.
Okay. So, as you touch the door, you guys who watch this see his body almost kind of like morph into like this like almost pool of puddle as it kind of like almost pops out of existence. He's no longer there, and like what falls where he was standing is this stone statue of what looks like to be a chicken.
Bad news for you guys. That looks painful.
And we'll find out what happens to Mev next week.
Well,
You gotta touch
Like-
shit.
he likes to live dangerously.
He does.
So,
We're gonna
I
have
appreciate,
to unchicken him, aren't we?
I appreciate everybody who came into the streams, liked, followed, subbed. Appreciate all of you guys. The videos will now be up onto the YouTubes from here on out straight away. I think we still have to upload the first episode, but we probably will get that done
No,
this
first
week
one's
at some
uploaded.
point. Oh, never mind. I'm a liar. Second one will be uploaded shortly once stream goes down and YouTube does things. Yeah, we appreciate everybody, and we will see you next Tuesday. See y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later, alligator.